Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you. My name is Pastor Yemi Omogboyega. I just want to chip in something on the incident that happened to Naomi that is leading to her being in detention today. And I'll title it um, What Naomi Did is the Will of God and the will of the people. The will of God and the will of the people. When I see the twist of events, honestly speaking, it's like the devil scoring against, can we say against God? No, 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 no. Is trying to make God look ridiculous, is to mock God. The devil trying to mock God. Because, come to think of it, our Yehoshua, whom you called Jesus, the two fundamental principles or commandments he gave to us is in the book of Matthew 22, verse 27 to 39. 37 to 39. Matthew 22, 37 to 39. And this has always been my central message, and I'm guided by it. That is, thou shalt love your God with the whole of your heart and might, and thou shalt love your neighbor as yourself. Remove that passage from the Bible today, and then just go ahead and remove Hebrews 7, verse 22. The Bible becomes just a piece of literary work that has no spiritual meaning, that has no heavenly connotation, that has no Holy Spirit in it. That's the truth. Forget about the rest. Another important passage may be like 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16 to verse 16, which talks about the purpose of the Bible being given to us, which is actually coming to what we are saying, is to teach us how to do what Naomi is doing today that has boomeranged, unfortunately. It is so sad. I have talked extensively about the victims, the unfortunate children. I have talked about the government who has in fact, honestly speaking, why charge Naomi to court? The present day governor, Seyi Makinde, should be charged to court because, and then by extension, the federal government should be charged to court. They failed to provide food for the people. So an individual who comes in now to say, let me do my bit, because what we can do in Nigeria is just a bit of it. Just your nearest person, you reach out to him or her, which is what Naomi has done. So that's all we can do. The government has the greater part of the blame for everything. If there is food on people's table, I commend President Ahmed Bola Ahmed Tinubu for even arriving at 70K as wages and living wage for the people, even though it amounts to nothing, but at least he did something. Everybody, let's say the government did a bit, Naomi did a bit, you and I did a bit. Then at least we will still give succor to the most affected, downtrodden people in the society. So I feel I have spoken about the person that now become an accomplice, Oriyomi Hamzat, who has always been known for his good intentions for humanity, not just for children, and who is now languishing in detention, now being charged to court. The question one will ask is, where is what we call public policy? Public policy. I'm coming to that. Now, I've also talked about ourselves because we cause most of these things. When we produce the number of children we cannot cater for, then we will carry our children to go and beg for food. It's so sad. That's why we are saying today, provide as it is today, it may not be so tomorrow. Who knew that a bag of rice will become this high? Who knew that to buy cocoyam will become cocoyam that nobody was eating, that people despised? Who knew that a bag of it, small bag, bag of rice of it, will cost up to 20,000 naira as at 27th day of December 2024? Who knew? That is why it is imperative that we, the parents, must begin to do something about the rate at which we are giving birth to children to come and suffer from hunger, to come and suffer from kwashiorkor here, to come and suffer. The children we never planned for. Then it behoves upon us that all the parents of everybody who has given birth to children, more than the number they can carefully and capably care for, should be in detention. Not people who are trying to now help them out. Not people who are trying to put smiles in the faces of children that, have brought to this world to suffer. So as it is now, what will happen is this. Look, I'm a kind of person that gives my whole life out to people when I believe in a good cause. And in the process, I take risks. When I see that you have a problem and that problem is something I can help you to solve, I don't have the capability to do it, but I know where you can do it and what you can do to make it happen. And so that especially when it affects your future, so that your future will not be truncated, I will go all out and see, is it to find work for somebody to do so that I can, if I know anywhere such a person can find any type of job to do, because it doesn't matter what you do now, it doesn't matter. It is when you eventually overcome your problems, then you remember your history and thank God. It doesn't matter. I will find that work for you. Are you ready to do it? If you are ready to do, it means we have the meeting of the mind. I can take you from Nigeria to the US to go and do the job. If you say you won't do it, that's your own challenge. And in traveling to the US, there is risk now. What if there is a plane crash? God forbid. Those who experienced it, are they more sinners than those of us who have the grace not to experience it? Anything could have happened along the way. Somebody can be kidnapped, God forbid. So in the process of doing good, now, is it that somebody like me now should start saying, okay, because this happened to Naomi, like Yoruba will say, anyone, then shall I stop doing good? That's the question. That's where we are going. Even those who have good minds, good intentions to help those who are in trouble will be reluctant to do it because of the risks involved. This is a risk too many for people with good minds. Because there is nothing. Even if you ask somebody to come to your house to collect food, no crowd though, but on his way, he used the Okada crashes and he dies. Or he's coming, vehicle knocks him down. Or he's coming, there is a street fight and stray bullet hits him or her. Will you be held accountable for it? It is so sad. This is where we find ourselves. Those who now have good minds, good intentions, will be reluctant to do it. So, as I am saying, those who fashioned the law, I remember the biblical provision that says even if you murder somebody and it is detected that it is not intentional, that for you to really commit a crime, there has to be presence of both the actus reus, that is, you physically or have that thing done, or and together you must have what you call the mens rea, that is your intention, your motive. Is your intention to kill? Is it your intention to destroy? There's also another provision that in the law, in lawsuits, you don't even need to talk much. That is for instance, in proving medical negligence, for instance. They will tell you about, well, my Lord, I couldn't have done anything more than I did. It is called the principle of res ipsa loquitur. That is, the facts themselves will speak to the situation. That is, as it is, I've done my best. I couldn't avert what has happened. That is in criminal negligence, for instance. And as it is now, we've all established that the people, Oriyomi and Naomi, or how about those in Abuja? How about those in Anambra? As we speak, God forbid. Anyway, Christmas is over. Maybe there will be no New Year gift. One would have predicted that it will still happen. Because in the first place, we are a lawless country. And people don't respect order. Okay, a process was slated for 10 a.m. and people were there sleeping overnight to be able to book a seat. Don't you see that in Nigeria? This is that Nigeria has serious problems. And the time for the event has not even started, has not come. People have started killing themselves, rushing. In Nigeria. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Matters of this nature is beyond the law. Is beyond the purview of, yes, organizers owe a duty of care. It's not as if they didn't take this care at all. You may say the adequacy of it is what is the issue. And if they are still preparing the food and people decided to go and gather outside and they now force the gate open, have the people who forced the gate open not committed a crime? What happened? Now, let's leave that at this. Is not time to blame anybody. I feel so much for the deceased. Torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn òbí yẹn ni. Ẹni tó ṣe ọ̀kan ló níbẹ̀, ẹni tó ní méjì, ẹni tó ní mẹ́ta. K'Ọlọ́run lédùmarè kó bá mi tù yín nínú. Ẹ ò ní rírú ẹ̀ mọ́. Ẹni tó ṣe lè bímọ nínú yín, Ọlọ́run á fi ọmọ rere, ọmọ àtàtà á fi replace ọmọ wọ̀nyẹn fún yín. Ẹni tí ò dẹ̀ lè bímọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká wọlé ayé. Yorùbá ló sọ̀rọ̀ tán pé wọ́n ní ọmọ ò láyọ̀lé, ẹni ọmọ sin ló bímọ. These children, They have died as martyrs. And as I said, if people were to blame, hunger ló gbé wa lọ bẹ̀. Torí ẹni bá jẹun yóò nílé nínú ilé ẹ̀, bó bá máa ṣe agbọ́mọ ẹ̀ lọ sí recreation center, tá a sanwó tá a dẹ̀ lè take care ọmọ ẹ̀. But people take advantage of the availability of what is going on. So, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á ràgbà padà fún yín. Ẹni tó mo fẹ́ sọ fún yín, ẹni tí ò lè bímọ nínú yín mọ́ gan, bólúwa ti ń bẹ láàyè tí ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ sì ń bẹ láàyè. God will raise people that will do better than your children would have done for you, your late children would have done for you. It is painful. It is sad. And then coming to Naomi, like I said, what happened to her now is instructive to us all. Is instructive to us all. I will now be afraid to do good to people just because there is an element of risks involved. No, definitely. Definitely. Like the example I gave to you. If I find somebody who has a help and I can help, my people know me. I will go all out. If it is money, I don't have to do it. I will look for somebody who has a job, and if the person is ready to do the job, that will fetch him that money to go and do it. I will introduce and I will follow up. That's my praise. I don't give up on helping people. I'm not praising myself. It's the nature that the Lord has given to me, and it's what my Bible has taught me. This is the nature that Naomi has. Is it that she's hungry? Those of you are suspecting that NGOs are used as an engine room for fraud. Well, leave that to the conscience of the people who are giving money and they are using it for personal purposes. I'm not in that. And if that is happening, a time will come. You see, if it is something like that now that is happening, that, maybe an NGO or those who partnered with an NGO complain that, the NGO did not deliver. Then investigation can go on, we can be talking of that. But this is not the case. This is the case of pure love. Do unto your neighbor as you want others to do to you. I listened to Naomi's mother. I listened to her brother. And it is the practical side of her evangelical work. If she had gathered people and ministered to them the word of God, but didn't give them food then. There was no casualty. Now that she decided to reach out. If not that Christ is divine, that he had the wisdom to ask the people to sit in an organized manner while distributing his miracle food to those who came for ministration, there would have been stampede. And the people were cultured, they obeyed, but we are not cultured. So sad. I think this matter, the one I don't like, I don't know what led to the statement. I don't know that maybe from the palace of Onirisha of Yoruba land. I don't know that somebody was saying that, okay, Naomi is no longer the wife of Onirisha. What relevance is it to make to disconnect Oni from what is happening? Is Oni not the head of Yoruba people all over the world? Whatever happens to any of us, it happens to him. Talk less of somebody who has given him a child. It's so sad. That statement ought not to have come. Now, this is to exonerate him. What I expected to come from Oni's palace, the first one he has done, they have done by, encouraging Naomi, by appealing to the people. What Oni needs to do now is to use his influence to free Naomi. This is where positive influence is, because this girl never meant evil. What if Naoma is still with Onirisha? So this is not time to exonerate anybody. Kabiyesi owes every Yoruba person, every fellow Nigerian, their duty of care, and everybody in his domain, and everybody that lives in Nigeria is in his domain, and all Yoruba children are his children. So that statement is uncalled for. Whoever made it, he should rise up. Kabiyesi should rise up and liaise with the governor and liaise with the federal government. You have that connection. These people, God will appease them that have been bereaved. God will appease them. God will set. It's only God that can settle this matter. And definitely, Naomi, it will take the grace of God, and it takes a long time for her to recover from this trauma. Because she did not intend evil. Oriyomi Hamzat, will he stop doing what he is doing? No, it is not necessary. But I know it's a period. All of you intended well. And those of us who are so legalistic and say, let this serve as an example, and well, your own day is coming. You will make a mistake, even in your domestic affair, that people will tell you that you should take, your Daniel should be taken to judgment. What we should look at now is the problem is over. Protection of Naomi, protection of Oriyomi, both image and physical, and the lives. And then reconciliation with God will bring something great out of this thing. No, the government should go ahead and immortalize these children. If the children still have siblings or that are in school, give them scholarships. All our governments should do that. Federal should do it. State should do it. Don't let them die in vain. If you have done what you could do to provide food for the people, they will not be scrambling for food. For how much? Are there no stampedes in political voting centers? So I'm so sad about this. Let us follow what God wants us to do, to do love. The government should do it. The people should do it. If you love your children, you will not produce as many as you can cater for, that you become a beggar, and the child herself himself, the children become beggars even from when they are in their infancy, and there is no hope for them to become somebody even when they grow up. Why are you so wicked? Until we address these issues corporately, we'll still be beating about the bush. It is not time for punishment, because even in the criminal thing we are talking about, the intention must be proved, and it should be proved beyond reasonable doubt. The facts are there that this is a case to be distinguished. To me, it's not even a criminal matter. It's not a crime to organize such a fun fair. It's not a crime. That you should have put all measures in place. Who is it among you that will have every pre-knowledge of all that will happen and then take measures against everything? It is so sad. I am pleading with the parents that are bereaved. Please, ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀, ọ̀nà àbáyọ ni ká máa wá. We should be looking for the way out. God will give you peace, and God will make a way for you. Yes, children are very important for our tomorrow, but God knows the way out for you, and He will make a way for you. Then Naomi should be pleased, be released. In fact, the only reason you should keep her is, to me, if Bob Krisky can be in luxury, and we say she is in Kirikiri maximum prison, somebody whose character, everything is against state policy, and then somebody who intended good and accidents occur. Then what happened? A plane was flying sometime this week and crash landed. People died, and a lot of people, God saved them, they were rescued. That's life. It's a pity that this won't happen. May we not witness it again. Please release Oriyomi and Zat. Release um, um, Naomi on time too. The police should not see it. They should not see that, or that you have a big cash now. Eh? It should never be. People, this country will become more wicked than we are if we begin to prosecute the righteous. Let me stop here. God bless you. The state policy should be that it should be well with everybody. And then when errors like this occur, I mean, evils are not acts of God. But when evils happen, God knows how to bring good out of it. God bless you. I remain your friend, Pastor Yemi Omogoyega. Please subscribe to my channel and pass your comments. Share our videos and press the notification button so that you get to know when we upload new videos. God bless you. Have a very wonderful day.